Hi my beautiful fairies and welcome back to my channel. It's Laurasia. So before I start this video, I just really want to say that I hope everyone is being safe as far as hurricane season. These hurricanes are not coming to play right now. I hope everyone's safe. I hope everyone's family is safe. Hurricane Irma is going to be on her way this weekend. She is not coming to play. I even had to cancel my Miami trip because she is not playing. And then Hurricane Jose. It is a lot going on, but I hope everyone is being safe. I am praying for everyone, and just remember from deep down, materialistic things do not matter as long as you have your family and friends behind you. And if you guys want to see my review of the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna line, then stay tuned for the video. Hey fairies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Laurasia. So today I'm giving you guys a Fenty Beauty review slash first impression slash just everything about this line. This line has been long and awaited for because she hasn't spilled anything. She didn't say what she was launching. The only thing I believe that she really talked about or even showed was her lip gloss, and that was pretty much it from her line. So everyone has been guessing, wondering what it's gonna look like, what the formula is gonna be like, what kind of range she's gonna have for her foundations, what kind of foundation she's gonna have, how are they gonna last, how are they gonna look, are they gonna cater to dark skin, light skin, fair skin, everyone's skin, and I am here to tell you guys the tea. So she just launched her beauty line yesterday at Sephora, and I was so excited when I walked into Sephora. I was like, yes, give me everything. So I pretty much got a hefty amount of stuff. I got 2 foundations, the primer, lip gloss, 2 highlights, her blotting powder, and then a contour and a blush. I'm not really going to be doing a makeup look because I just want to really focus on Fenty Beauty and just reviewing her products, but I do have to look decent because I am going straight to work right after this. So I'll probably just do something, you know, to my eyes and whatever, just so that I look decent before I go into work. So I'm going to jump right into foundation. So we actually got a training yesterday at work at Sephora about how to properly use the foundation. I mentioned in my Snapchat that I had already been using the foundation because we got it in gratis a week ago. So I've already been trying out the foundation. The only problem is the shade that I got was not my correct shade. It was 440. I believe, yeah, it was shade 440 in her soft matte, and that is not my color. It is way too dark, as you guys can see. So I was like, oh, whatever, no problem. I'm gonna just get my correct shade when I go into work when it finally launches on Friday. So I was mixing it in with my Bare Minerals because my Bare Minerals is way more neutral. My Bare Minerals is my exact skin color. My skin color is so difficult because I'm not warm and I'm not cool. I'm neutral. I'm that in-between shade. So a lot of times with companies, it's hard to get my exact shade because people don't cater to neutral. They swear that dark skin girls are warm or cool, and I'm not. I'm neutral. So yesterday comes, which was the launch, and I got properly trained on how to use the products, how to apply them, you know, all that stuff. Thank God, because I was using it wrong the whole freaking time. If you are oily skin or combo skin like myself, you want to make sure that you're using a very hydrating moisturizer. So usually I would typically use like an oil control moisturizer, but with her foundation, because it is so matte, you want to make sure that you are not counterbalancing. So you don't want to do an oily, you don't want to do an oil control moisturizer with a matte foundation because it is just, it's going to look way too dry on the skin. So we got trained by the Fenty Beauty makeup artist, and she pretty much told us that we have to use a hydrating moisturizer underneath of the foundation or it will not work. It will not look right. It will get very patchy, very dry, very flaky, and just no. So my face is already moisturized. I already put it on off camera. My brows are already done. So now I'm going to go in with the primer. So this is the Fenty Beauty primer, and it is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. Now I wouldn't really say it's like a typical silicone primer because it doesn't have like that silicone feel, and it's not like jelly at all with the texture. I cannot stand a dimethicone silicone base primer. It just does not do it for me. I don't know why. Oily skin people love it. I hate it. So when I saw that it was not that dimethicone silicone feel to it, I was like, yes. So I'm just going to take the primer and I'm going to start in the middle of my face and then work my way out. And first impressions, this, oh, it feels so good. Like I said, I cannot stand a silicone dimethicone feel to my primer, and this does not feel like it at all. It feels like lotion. It literally feels like I'm putting lotion on my face. So like I said, I had 440, so I figured that I would just go into the store and just be one shade up and that would match me perfectly. Wrong. So the way that she has 40 foundation shades. Granted, 40 foundations is absolutely insane for someone that is just their first time coming into the beauty world, and she is definitely making a statement, girl. Yes. So I had 440 in gratis, and that was too dark for me. So a lot of times, like I said before, people feel as though dark skinned girls are just one shade. No, we are a variety of shades, a variety of different undertones, and Riri definitely catered to that. The only problem that I had is that I do not match with a perfect shade right now. Just right now. I don't know if it's because I have a slight tan to me. I don't know what it is, but right now I just do not have a perfect shade for her because she has 3 different undertones. So she has neutral, warm, and cool. So I figured that, like I said, we didn't see anything. We had no idea what was going on because she was that secretive with her launch. So I just assumed that I was 440. Oh, okay, let's go one shade of be 430. No, does not work like that. So 440 is in a neutral undertone. So even when I was at the store and I was trying the 420, the 415, I think there's a 415. Maybe it's not. But I was just trying every single shade lighter than 440, and it doesn't work like that. The 420 is way too warm. The 430 is way too cool. So they were either showing up really orange or really red on me. So I wanted to stay in a neutral family, so I had to go in and get the 410 neutral. So that's just what, ooh. So I'm like a mixture of these two. If these two had a baby, this would be my perfect shade. But as you can see, this one is way too dark and this one is way too light. Granted, can I make it work with just one? Absolutely. If I'm just going to do the dark one, I would just put it on the outside perimeter and then highlight in my inner. If I'm going to do the lighter one, I will put it mainly in my center, and then I would definitely bronze and contour on my outside. So you definitely want to make sure that you are shaking up the product because it can kind of settle in the top of the foundation. So make sure that you shake it beforehand. So I'm going to put this guy on and then the same amount with the other one. Now we have my perfect shade. Another thing that I was doing wrong was applying the foundation wrong because I was picking it up on I was putting it on the back of my hand and taking it with a brush and applying it that way. You're not supposed to do it like that either. So you're supposed to like have it on the back of your hand or on a palette or whatever you like to mix your foundation on, and you're supposed to dot from the center of your face and then work your way out and then take your brush and buff it on that way. Was doing it wrong the whole entire time. So I'm going to, like I said, dot the foundation from the inside or center of my face. Now, I would definitely say that this foundation is medium coverage. I mean, it definitely is medium to full coverage. So it is buildable and it's very thin. So if you need more coverage, just put on your first layer, and then wherever you see any more imperfections or, hyperpigmentation, you could just go over in that exact area and build up. Now, give this foundation a few seconds to set itself. It does not oxidize, I will say that. When I tried it on my clients yesterday, and even people that in my store that was wearing it, it does not oxidize at all. Now, I did not grab her concealers only because I have 1,000,001 concealers. I did not need another one. I just did not. So I'm just going to go ahead with my regular concealers and go ahead and highlight. And if you're wondering, this concealer is the Kat Von D concealer. And I'm just going to blend that out with my Real Technique sponge. So now I did pick up a contour, and all of her things are said to be a setting kind of formula, so they do dry on its own. But I am probably going to put some bronzer on top of my contour, so I'm not going to really just leave that be, but I will show you guys what it looks like to be blended out. So this is the contour stick, and I got the shade Espresso. So I'm going to go ahead and do like my normal contouring, but one thing I did notice about her concealer and foundation sticks are that they do dry pretty quickly. So I'm going to just work it in one by one, like by one section. So I'm just going to do, oh, that is deep. Oh, that is deep. I don't know. I should have got one shade up. But let's see how it looks when I blend it in. So I'm just going to do in circular, circular motions. Okay, so this is a little bit hefty to blend in. So it does dry really quickly, like I told you guys, so you definitely need to work one section at a time. So once it dries, like it's in place. So okay, now it definitely sets like I told you guys, so you really have to move quick. But I mean, it's nice. It's like to me it's like a regular contour that I usually go for and I usually use. So I do like that it does dry, so I don't have to worry about it sliding all over the place, but you definitely have to move fast. Now I will show you guys how much product is in her contour sticks. So I know the controversy with the Kim K, I did not buy that. I did not buy that at all. But the controversy with Kim K sticks were just that they were really thin and they had barely any product in it. So I just want to show you guys how much product comes in this, and this is fairly thick. So this is how much comes in it. Like I said, it is pretty thick, so you do get a good amount of product, and this is not as creamy as your average foundation stick, so you will still get a good amount of product, so you're not going to be using a whole bunch of it, so you'll have this for a fairly long time. Now I did go ahead and I got her cream blush as well, and this is in Riddick. It is a very pretty orange with a slight glitter to it, so I'm trying to find a brush to apply this with. So I don't know if, because it's so quick and drying, I don't think I want to apply it straight on my face. I think I'm going to try it this way. So I'm going to take my forearm and I'm going to apply the product on here just to warm it up, and then I think I'm going to take my brush, get any product on it, but you do get a good amount, and I'm going to apply it that way. I just don't trust myself to just apply it straight on and then I have like a freaking orange mark on my cheek. That is just not the move. That's not the move. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and set my concealer with my RCMA powder. I literally love using this powder. I just think it just sets my concealer so well. So like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and bronze because like I said, I am going to work, so I do want to have some type of a face on. So I'm just going to take my Bobbi Brown powder, which I use as a bronzer, and I'm just going to lightly bronze my face. Now this is her universal blotting powder Insta Matte, and I like it because it actually has a mirror on it as well. So I'm just going to take my brush. This is the Sephora number 73, and I'm just going to use that to dust off my RCMA. Ooh, and this is said to be a blurring powder, and it definitely does what it says. Okay, so I was going to do my eyes off camera, but I guess I'll do it on camera since I'm using her products. So I'm going to use that orange as a base for my eyes, because these are said to be able to use on your eyes, lips, and cheeks. So I'll probably use it on all three of those. I'm just going to take this Sephora Pro palette and go in with this dark orange shade just to apply over top of that blush. Gonna take this dark terracotta brown right next to it to put on my outer crease. Now for the fun part, I'm going to be using the highlighters as eyeshadows, but I'm also going to be using it to highlight, but for now I'm going to use it as eyeshadow. So like I said, I have 2 of the Killawatt highlighters, one in the Mean Honey Hustle Baby, which is this guy, and then the other one is in the all-time favorite that everyone has been obsessing about, and that is Trophy Wife. So I'm going to take the Hustle Baby in Mean Money, and I'm actually going to use it on my finger and get both of them and put that in the inner part of my lid. And then I'm actually going to apply Trophy Wife with a brush. So I'm going to take this big brush and then take Trophy Wife. This is serious, y'all. This is serious. So I'm going to take Trophy Wife and I'm just going to dust that in my inner corner and tear duct and also bring it up. We are going for an editorial look today. Oh, this color is so pretty. Oh my god. So I'm just going to take a little bit of black eyeshadow to act as a liner. Like I said, we are going editorial today. So I'm just going to go ahead off camera and put on some mascara and some lashes. I'm going to use the Dodo 316 lashes, which are just a perfect spiky lash for this look. Like I said, this is an editorial look today. But it's okay because I'm going to work and I do work at Sephora, so we can be weird. We can be very weird. Okay, so before I put on my highlight, I always like to set my face first. So I'm just going to use my Too Faced Hangover setting spray and spray this all over. So I'm going to take the Mean Honey and Hustle Baby. So I'm just going to use like the soft matte side, and I'm going to use that as my brow highlight because I need me a brow highlight. Then I'm going to take the other side, which is Hustle Baby, and put that in my inner tear duct. So I'm going to take the same highlight that I was just using, and I love this highlight for the simple fact that she gives you 2 options. She gives you a soft matte side, and then she also gives you a bam, wham bam spanky ma'am, here's a highlight for you on the other side. Now the Trophy Wife is like on a whole nother level of like beaming shine. So if you want an intense highlight, this is for you, something different. It is definitely an editorial type of highlight because it's straight yellow gold. But if you want something a little bit more on the natural side, I do like that she gave you guys this option. So I'm saying you guys like that's my friend or something. And then I'm just going to take Hustle Baby, lightly tapping on the brush because this is a little bit beaming, and I'm going to put that on the high points of my cheekbones. Gosh. I'm like a glowing disco ball right now. And then you guys already know I gotta put some Trophy Wife on. I have to. So I'm just going to take that same small brush we used as our eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to lightly, because like I said, this is beaming, so I'm just going to lightly go over top of Hustle Baby because I want some yellow glow. I want some yellow glow for the gods. So I'm just going to take her gloss. This is a Fenty gloss. It's a universal gloss that should be good to wear for anyone, if any complexion. And I definitely will concur because I've seen everyone try it yesterday in the store, from fair to my super melanin females, and it looks gorgeous on everyone. So you do get an XXL wand, which is good for people that have those big, juicy, voluptuous lips. Yes. Now this is what it looks like. You know, just a regular gloss. It smells so good. I'm just going to use a liner though. I'm going to take my NARS Precision Lip Liner in the color Spunk, and I'm just going to outline my lips. It's just a brown lip liner. Okay, so that pretty much includes everything from the highlights to the blotting powder, the foundations, the primer, the gloss, the blush and the contour stick. My reviews of it is the foundation, absolutely to die for. The long wear, the color range, you get 40 shades, 3 different undertones from warm, neutral, and cool. Like I said, it just sucks because I don't have an exact skin tone or an exact skin color right now. I am like an in-between shade, which is cool because I can make it work. I just decided to pick up another one anyway because I already got the one in gratis. But if you guys want to just choose just one foundation, you can make it work. It's just to say that my skin tone does not match exactly with just one shade. It's not really that severe. The primer, I'm not going to really say that I love it or hate it. It is cool. I do like that it's like a lotion feel to it and doesn't feel like any silicone or dimethicone to it, which is that I cannot stand. I cannot stand that feeling with the primer. So I do like that it does not feel like that. I feel like if you got the foundation, you want to try out the primer just to see if you like the two together or not, but it's not really a dying need. The contour stick and the blush is absolutely to die for. The contour stick was a little bit hard to blend out. Will it be like my go-to as far as foundation sticks? Probably not, only because I don't like how you really have to blend it out. But it is cool like how it dries down. I do like that I did not have to set my entire face or anything, because everything just dries down on its own. That is very, 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 very cool and very innovative for her to do, especially for her first line. So that's pretty awesome. The blotting paper, she does have blotting paper though, but the blotting powder, absolutely to die for. It is very true to the name, universal, and it is a matte setting powder. I wouldn't really recommend to use it all over the entire face. At least that's not how the makeup artists advertise to use it. I feel like it'll be fine if you did use it to set the foundation, if you feel like you are getting a little bit oily on the entire face. But she pretty much just said, you know, just stick in the T-zone. But if you want to use it on the face to set your foundation, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. But I do love it for the fact that it does work on every single skin tone, from very fair to all my melanin richness out there. The highlighters, stop it. They are like on a whole nother level of highlight. Riri really took it there with these highlights. Trophy Wife, absolutely going to be her staple for her line. There is no highlight out here like this. As far as the glitter, it does have like legit glitter in it. So if you guys aren't really a fan of glitter highlights, this may or may not be for you. It's all personal preference. You have to go to Sephora to try out all her products to see if you're gonna like them or not. Don't really take my word for it. These are just my personal suggestions. And I do love that she gives 2 options. So if you want to be an extreme, here you go. And if you want to be more subtle, she does have the option as well. Then last but not least is her Fenty gloss. I seriously love this gloss. This is going to be my everyday gloss that I pick up for now on. It smells so good. I love the wand, and it smells like lollipops. Like I love it. So I hope you guys liked my review slash first impressions of trying out the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna line being sold at all of your Sephoras. If you guys want to see more videos like this, I will do them. I've never really considered myself like a beauty guru, I guess you can say. I definitely saw myself more of like a hair person. But if you guys want to see more of my first impressions slash reviews of like all the latest new launches as far as like beauty products, I will do them for you guys. But as always, I love you guys, and definitely stay tuned for the rest of my videos. Bye guys.